Stupid fucking Mercury retrograde.
Let's try this again, because now I hear stuff triggering on my end. So that's great. But welcome in, everyone, to Pluto's Underworld. We're here today to raise money for Project Hope. It is a charity to raise money to support the LA wildfires, to provide hygiene kits, shelter, aid, and all the necessary stuff they would need after being evacuated and or losing their homes. The charity link in description is now in the side chat, so feel free to go there and donate. There is multiple incentives for the donations, so if you donate a certain amount of monies, you can affect the game in different ways, from just a reroll to potentially unlocking everyone's moments of truth, which is just an I fuck you GM moment and do what I want. It's great. Also, we're adding one that's not in there. Every $5 you donate, JoJo's just going to add more cosplay shit to their outfit. It's going to be
I
great.
will. I have a whole closet of that right there, full of cosplay shit that's been retired. So if you think I'm playing, I'm not. I'll get real goofy on
Oh,
here and
it'll be
just
great. It'll be so great.
there's more where this came from. Okay.
I love it. But yeah, before we get into the game itself, why don't we go around and do introductions? So Jojo, why don't you kick us off? Introduce yourself, your pronouns, character pronouns, and where everyone can find you on the internet.
Okay. Hello. Hi friends. Sorry, let me be real first. Let's not be so stiff. All right. Hi, I'm Jojo. I am a cultural anthropologist, storytelling anthropologist. I do TTRPG actual plays and podcasts and charity streams. You can find me on the internet at Jojo Culturalist, where I try to not go insane in these modern times. Today I am playing uh Reggie Eos by his superhero moniker, his sidekick moniker, the team Nova, the team Supernova, as it were, who has, is trying to get a handle on their powers, I think, a little bit of self-confidence issues maybe. And that's me. That's what I'm doing.
Perfect. Love it. Misfit.
Well, that's me. Hi, I'm Misfit. My pronouns are she, they. Unlike my character who is they, she. You can find me at misfit_playland. That is literally everywhere on the internet, minus the bird app because screw that place.
Mm-hmm.
um, and I am playing Okami. She is the brains of the operation.
I mean, someone has to be, especially with who had to kick out of this, like character wise. I feel like I feel like the two other potentially smarter characters also had to drop, so it's just you with the super powered person and the muscle. So it's great.
A big brain.
But speaking of the muscle, Quinn, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Everybody, my name is Quinn. I use any pronouns. You can find me pretty much exclusively on Blue Sky because social media is hard and I don't always want to be there, but that one's okay. At Quinn Beckham 27. And I will be playing our muscle today. Charlie Atlas as his superhero name, who uses he him pronouns.
Perfect. And of course, I am Paige. My pronouns are she, her. I go by Pluto Cleric everywhere, and I will be playing everybody else in this game. So we're just going to jump right into our story as we cut across Chicago up towards the northern end of town until we get around Ridley. And there's people going around. There was a game a few days ago, so it's not as packed as it would be. But people are going around Ridley Stadium. But what people don't see is a side entrance on the side of the stadium stairs that the three of you enter one at a time to this massive, like, conference table with like monitors everywhere, and you already see the three of your hero mentors like discussing around the table. As you guys go in, let's see who wants to go. We'll do reverse order. So Quinn, as you enter first of the three, describe your character and describe your hero mentor for me as well.
Yeah, of course. Um, so Charlie, at this point, I'm assuming we're like in full costume right
Mm-hmm.
now, right? Okay,
Yep.
okay. Um, Charlie is very much in as full Atlas attire, very like show off, like definitely wearing like a similar like kind of shirt to what I'm wearing, like muscle tank toppy type of shirt, but a little more armored, for the sake of fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and has obviously, like I don't have I have cosplay supplies somewhere buried. There might be a mask in there, but those are like far away buried to find. But he has a mask on. He has bright red short hair, and green eyes that you can see through his mask. And he is just, you know, he's the muscle. He's the super strength. He's very muscular and built. And tall and broad, big tall broad white guy, and he walks into his hero mentor, who is another super strength based. um she's basically like she's very similar to him. She's also, she's the big, strong, muscle mommy version of him. And I'm assuming that she's also in her costume, which is also very similarly, if you're gonna be the muscle character, you have to wear the clothes for it that show off all of the muscles.
Yeah,
Um,
that
and
totally
she
tracks.
has yeah, yeah. She has like shorter blonde hair, that is probably tied back to be out of the way during combat.
Perfect. I think following behind you, Misfit, as your character is entering in. Why don't you describe them and describe your mentor?
Uh, okay, well, I will start with Paper Cut, which is or Paper Crane, sorry, which is my mentor.
Okay.
Uh, they are wearing sort of samurai-esque armor,
Mm-hmm.
that is actually made out of hardened paper
Okay.
that they
Interesting.
can manipulate into ways to create shields and whatnot. It's very cool. Okami doesn't quite understand how it works, but just knows that it's super cool. Okami themselves comes in a wheelchair,
Mm-hmm.
kind of Professor X style, but is wearing a white bodysuit that stops just at the upper thigh area.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that is her legs or their legs are covered in a blanket at the moment, but at the bottom, if anyone really takes a close look, they will see something metallic-y and shiny that look like paws. Um, and on top, they are wearing kind of like this deep crimsony red shawl with little fox ears that look like speakers and or satellites, little radio that move
Mm-hmm.
when hearing noise.
Love that.
Her
Beauty.
hair, their hair is just up in a slicked back ponytail. It is almost a stark white color with just a big red streak in the front.
Love. And bringing up the rear, Jojo, why don't you describe Eos and your mentor for us?
Sure. Okay, so I think Eos is has uh strangely like co-dominant like phenotypes, like observable traits. So I think he's got like instead of his hair being one tone of color,
Mm-hmm.
he gets his powers from both of his parents, and they're the real like cosmic superheroes type.
Mm-hmm.
If people were to have star powers, that's kind of the realm in which they would sit, um of sun and moon. Eos has a smattering of both dark and light features. So he has black hair, with specklings of blonde, and it also comes up in his eyebrows where they're not uniform in color, but he's kind of like a calico. He's a little calico looking, um cause so a little different, as these different powers are both dominant or co-dominant
Mm-hmm.
within him. I think his attire is kind of uh studded leather, studded like gauntlets, things that have a lot of like button or like snap rivets onto them, as if like there's armor on his gauntlets and on his torso, like to protect him. He doesn't exactly have super strength, so he is armored in a way that it's almost like he's encapsulating himself, um or that these things are adhering to him,
Mm-hmm.
but it is kind of vaguely the Witcher-esque kind of studded leather armor, big gauntlets, more so that it just fits him well. It fits his body nicely. Um, I think his parents, I think his dad, is probably the one that's there. I think the mother, is probably in the shade of the moon and not as present. Where the father figure is your real classic, like burning Helios, you know,
Mm-hmm.
type of hero. Probably a real kind of toxic father, live up to the burning image of the sun, as
Mm-hmm.
bright as the star, and real kind of high standards to meet,
Perfect.
type of fire type archetype, Hyperion.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you all walk in and you like move into, like, you've been here before. This is like, you know, usually not here as a group a lot because this is just kind of the headquarters for all the heroes in Chicago, whether they're from here or visiting. You guys kind of gather at the table, your mentors greet you and stuff. Um, Enters in the leader of the Chicago like Hero Association, is Slugger. He is a tall man in what looks like a baseball uniform, very on point for where the headquarters is. Just like a custom sports like baseball jersey with like baseball pants and like the high socks and cleats and the hat. Like, doesn't look like he's in armor at all, but like his face is just kind of blurred out where you can't like make out his features beyond that it's a white blonde guy kind of. And the only other thing he carries of distinction is just a plain silver aluminum bat that he just
Oh.
kind of puts in a little holster on his chair as he sits down at the center of you and kind of calls order. Thank you all for joining today. I know usually you're not all here at once, unless the bid's going on. There is a festival going on. The mayor's going to send us an update here soon. There's someone important coming into town, so he kind of wanted all hands on base for protection detail. It's going to be a bigger celebrity coming in. I think there's a concert or something coming in like a week or something, but they're here for press for like the next week. And they've been getting a lot of threats lately, so they just wanted all hands on deck for this. And I thought it would be good experience for the three of you to get your feet wet a little more in the PR side of hero work. I know it's not the best, and I know you guys are starting to like get your legs wet with like the actual hero work, but you have to deal with this too, unfortunately.
I mean, come on, are you really sticking us with another babysitting gig? I thought we'd move past this, huh?
This is an important job, and I want you guys to get some more exposure to the press. Like, this will be good for you guys to be known in the city, so they can get more accustomed to you. So when you eventually do patrols on your own, that you guys will be fine and not get harassed on the streets.
I mean, I think we'd be fine, and they need, you know, probably personal space checks. Sometimes they get too close. Well, I think our who is the person that we're watching anyway?
Celebrity, do I want to throw at you guys? You know what? It's relevant because it's still in my head. Yeah, I think it's in my documents somewhere. And he like pulls out a folder and starts going through it. I'm not familiar with his music. A Kendrick Lamar, I believe.
At that point, Okami just blasts their
Thank
music
you,
through her
Raiders.
little ear speakers.
Yeah, not like us just starts playing. I'm not going to sing it so we don't get DCMA'd. But yeah, it 100% starts playing. But yeah, I guess he's gonna be here for the next week. I don't really know much about him. I guess he's been in the press a lot lately for some reason. Um,
Well, Kendrick has spoken out on many things. So I understand why they would need protection.
okay.
Hmm.
Well, yeah, you guys will get to meet him. You're gonna be pretty much around his details, so I mean that's cool for you guys, I guess.
I look forward to some sick fashion tips, I guess.
Yeah.
Those flared pants.
Yeah, just like I said, just try to keep a handle on everything. You're gonna be on that side of it. If anything does happen, we'll be on call to jump in and help you guys. But you guys will be pretty much the ones focusing on this whole event as everything goes on. The mayor will
So
be
exactly what needs to happen? Do we need who's checking the stadium for any
we
devices? Who's on actual guard duty? What is their schedule for the week? You could just beam it to me and I will make a
yeah,
plan.
that sounds great. I think the mayor's gonna be sending us the itinerary here pretty soon. He wanted to talk to all of you too. Um, but yeah, they'll be over an itinerary. You guys will get to meet his staff and kind of go over stuff because he has a bodyguard detail apparently as well, obviously. But some of the threats have come in from some pretty high profile villains as well. There was Night Terror, I believe, attacked his entourage just outside of LA a few weeks ago, and hospitalized quite a bit of his fan base. So it's just something we need to keep an eye on, especially just being such a big area of people. Um, just something to keep out for. I don't think any of our villains specifically would have a reason to target him, but if he's being hunted across the nation by people, something to be aware of. So, but if you get over in your head, please call for backup this time, especially you, EOS. Like, I know you think you can handle it, but
I I've got it. Like I really don't think it'll be a problem, but if it'll make people feel better, sure.
mhm.
I swear I will call for help.
He doesn't say anything, but you do feel a burning presence on your shoulder as your dad just grips your shoulder from next to you. Or you just feel like this hot, like burning sensation go through your shoulder.
Hmm.
Okami also recorded that.
But yeah, as you guys are kind of getting this information, shortly after there's a beep on the big monitor behind Slugger, and he kind of turns his chair off to the side, and the mayor of Chicago comes up. I'm not making a name for her right now, but it's fine. She comes up, a lady in like her mid 40s. We'll say she's Mayor Williams. That's generic enough. Mayor Williams comes on the screen. Oh, heroes. Thanks for meeting me. I didn't get to read the full debrief. Which of the three of you are going to be on the detail for the week?
It's
Yep,
like it.
we're the best babysitters you could find.
Stop calling us babies.
Are you, Slider, are you sure you're going to send the sidekicks out for this? I-
Like leans over to Atlas and is like, "Oh, I hate when they call us sidekicks."
I I mean, it's what we are technically right now.
Feels derogatory.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of like the way they say it. Yeah.
Sidekicks.
well,
And now she's making a loop of the way that sidekick was said.
love this.
A loop.
You just make a TikTok like real
Yep.
quick in the background. Okay, yeah, let me see. And she like you see her like typing on your computer. Here is the debrief of the schedule for the week, and you hear a ping on your communicator, Akami, and she sends it directly to you. The two of you also hear that coming from like I'm assuming from like your ears, like your
Yeah.
rotated ears, just a little ping
Yeah.
sound, like a notification. That should be the full itinerary. I believe they're gonna get in later today. Um, but yeah, I think that for the most part should be everything you guys need to get started. And as you see, like turning back to her computer to start typing something else, and you just see her like freeze for a second, as if like you think the camera freezes for a second, and then she just passes out at her desk, and you just hear a loud thud. So the
Whoa.
mayor's head hits the desk,
That's not good.
and the screen blips out.
Eos
Mm.
like tries to tap on the screen as if that would magically turn it back on. So he does have weird things going on with him. So he'll just try to tap on the screen like Jeff Goldblum, just tap tap hello. Does the screen turn back on?
No, nothing happens. There's no connection. It's like static as it tries to reconnect. This is not good. Let me see if I can get in the secure line. You see Slutter like reach into his communicator and start to pull it out, and then the same thing. Slutter passes out, hits his head on the table, and just slams down off to the side. And you see your parents and mentors all stand up, like freaked out, and rush over to him and start to check him over and run vitals. And as they like stand up to turn around to you, then one by one, they also pass out before your eyes.
Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the screens are actually melting our brains. They were right. Our parents were right.
The screens aren't melting our brains.
Okami,
here.
you need to be careful, okay? I don't want your phone melting your brain.
At that point, Okami just puts the screen like directly in their face. Like, is it melting? Am I melting?
I'm stressed. Aos is it looks away. It looks away, doesn't know what's gonna happen anymore.
Well, all right. We should put the sleeping adults in someplace safe, like a closet. Let's stuff them all in a closet. That makes sense.
Can we like try to wake them up?
Oh, yeah, I guess we should try to do that. She like gently nudges the chair against Paper Crane, like,
Yeah, just
you gonna wake up?
Full ragdoll body asleep, just deep sleep. Like you can barely nudge them, like their weight is just dropped.
I am going to. We were in a conference room. I am looking for a Sharpie, and I'm going to doodle on my dad's face.
Yeah, go for it. As you like get to your dad too, since he's asleep, like he has like very like almost Endeavor like flame effects when he's like in Hero, and those have just fully dimmed out. So like his skin's not even hot at this point.
I give him really exaggerated fire eyebrows. I give him really big, heinous block eyebrows. I do him the favor of filling in his hairline. And I just start doodling I'm a very serious man all over. Like I take this very seriously. I'm an excellent father. I like just I really hit this guy with the bullshit. And then just to see if he wakes up, I give him a little slap on the side of the face. Hey, Dad. Hello.
No response. Like you slap him like you get close to him, like breathing's fine, even out, like you can even feel like a steady pulse, like doesn't feel like anything's wrong with him vitally, but just not waking up at all.
I outline the shape of my hand on the side of his face. And then I slap him. I slap him pretty hard. Does he rouse?
Nope. Face turns, giant ass red mark on his face, perfectly outlined in the imprint that you drew, but nothing.
Well, I wonder if he'll be able to figure out how that happened.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
not
I'll
even like
kinda...
not even like a physical like body reaction from being slapped. Like literally just the force moved the head, but no other, like the body didn't twitch or anything.
Well, that's concerning.
Okami takes to Blue Sky like any proper teenager has an account, totally, and is checking to see if this is an isolated incident or if it's
you actually
Chicago.
look at your communicator before you even get to Blue Sky, and you see that you have multiple text messages both from Voidkeeper and Midday. Shout out to Ava and Jelly who couldn't be here. As they're like, hey, what's going on? Our parents passed out. Like there's apparently people across the city are falling asleep. Like all the adults in town. Are you guys free? Hello? And then they just like send help, and then there's a set of coordinates.
Well, I guess this isn't just it seems to be everyone in the city, adults, I guess. I don't know what the trigger condition is. Is it like you have to be above 18, then you go night? I don't understand. I'm 17, so whew,
Well,
there.
how do we qualify adults? Because like I know a couple of adults that act like children.
I mean, I do
So,
too.
you know,
You say as you
I
just drew shit all over your dad's face.
I'm very mature. I'm very mature. Okay, I'm just learning how to express these unresolved feelings of rage. Um,
Fair.
and it's doodle slapping my dad today.
Love this for you.
Death. Don't not to death.
No,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
doodle slapping my dad. My dad.
Okay.
As you guys are sitting around arguing about this, you guys start to hear a low whining sound. Like at first it's just kind of faint, and it's louder and louder till one of the ears on Okami's headset just shatters from the sound. The monitor on like the large monitor on the screen starts to flicker out again, and what comes up is a hazy image of someone. You can't quite make out the features, but they have a hood up, and like there's like black where their face would be. It's just like looking in darkness. Well, heroes, or I guess this is what they have left here now to deal with. I took out your two friends. They were relatively easy to isolate with their mentors down. You can just give up and leave. Chicago's mine now.
Or we could kick your ass and like oh god, just points her face.
Good
No.
luck with that. First, you got to escape. And the screen goes black, and the conference room starts to shake erratically. And I think that's where we're going to take our 10-minute break, actually.
Cool, sick.
So, yeah, we'll get back, figure out what's going on, and then see what happens. But, yeah, make sure to donate to the Tiltify link in the side chat. Anything you guys donate can potentially help them out as we get into this game.
And I'll put on more shitty domino masks. And
Hell
I'll
yeah.
do it. I'll do it. I have so many bam, bam. Who
Perfect.
am I? It's like bam, bam.
Yeah, see you all soon. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back from break as we dive right back into all of this. So, as we left off, actually, let me make sure this is working because it's not uploading on my side. Weird. Twitch, maybe? Okay, no, so on Twitch was just lagging on my end. It's fine. But yeah, as we left off, you guys started to feel all of Ridley Stadium above you start to shake as like the whole like monitor starting to fall. You actually see like rubble literally crumble from the sky and hit very close to the fallen heroes on the ground. And this place seems starting to be like the cave in.
The building that we're in is starting to cave
Yes,
in.
Ridley Field itself is starting to like crumble into the ground.
Cool.
That's awesome. Would Okami have an idea of which villain is capable of this?
Could be so many. There's so many villains that have earth-based powers that this could be a strength-based thing. This could be something similar to Eos's gravity control. Like there's so many powers that could cause it to destabilize an effect of this magnitude.
Oh wait, can we use Eos's gravity powers to have everything not implode in on us, like a little bubble, so we can get everybody out safely?
Sure, if
I
Eos wants to
uh
try.
Yeah, if depending on the situation, if things are falling, if we're in a room and things are falling in on us, I'd like to use my gravity powers to hold up uh the
Okay.
debris. I don't know if it's like a general role for gravity. I also have a moat for the burn that's I can create a barrier that will hold back threats as long as I keep my attention on it.
Okay. Yeah,
I
we'll
also
say.
have shielding, but that seems to be tied to a specific
Yeah,
person.
we'll say for this, I was just going to be an unleash your powers roll. So roll 2d6 and you'll add your freak score to it.
My freak score is that what you said?
Yep, whatever your modifier is for freak.
Hell yeah, my freak score. It's gonna be significant, I'll tell you that. Wow, shit. So 6 plus 4 plus 2.
Oh, so yeah,
12er.
that does
Let's
it. I
go.
believe you just do it on a 10 or higher. Yeah, on a hit, you just do it. So tell me what this looks like as you literally start to see like the ceiling itself to the cave in. You even start to see turf from the field above you as the stadium's literally falling on top of you guys.
I think it's one of those things where as that first piece of ceiling crumples and gives away, Eos will like reach out and grab it with his hand, and then it's like ooh, like it falls just right above uh Slugger. And then like he'll grab it and it's like that was pretty close, right? And then two, three more pieces fall and he catches those, and then the rest of the ceiling starts caving in as he like overcharges and focuses in, and he goes, okay, this is harder than it looks, as he's holding up and as the rest of the ceiling begins to crumple and you can see like as if the debris was compacting in on itself as he
hmm
holds up this wall of
Yeah,
force.
it's very similar to if any of you have played Mass Effect, and I'm saying this because this is the inspiration for JoJo's powers. But the second game where we have to choose a biotic to put a barrier up as you walk through a part of the
Yes.
ship, it's very similar to that. Just full ass barrier up as you guys are just slowly starting to move you and your mentors up the stairs and out of this place as this bubble is like you can really see Eos's like veins even like glow in this weird darkish blue color as he's trying to keep the gravity around you guys stable. But yeah, you guys make it out of the stairs and get out to the outside street just in time as you just see behind you Ridley Field just implodes inward. And there's just a sinkhole where Ridley Field used to be.
Rip.
Okay. We should get them somewhere where, something won't fall on them. And then see if we can make it over to our team, to the rest of our team, see if they're okay.
Yeah.
And then if I know we've got this babysitting case that's very important, but I guess we should also check in to make sure that this K dot guy is all right, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Okami, while saying that, has already typed out the hey, please be advised that there is a villain attack. Can you please get Sir Kendrick uh into a safe place,
Sir Kendrick.
preferably not a building,
Yeah.
preferably outside of
Yeah,
the
you
town.
you send that message, and as you guys look up and catch your bearings, you actually like as you look on the street, there's people like adult people just passed out on the sidewalks, and like there's cars just stopped in traffic. There's even some like wrecks where people fell asleep at the wheel and hit someone else.
Oh
It's
no,
not great,
just
just chaos.
widespread destruction.
But you also hear like screams of like kids and teenagers and shit running around like full on like anarchy, like the fucking one Jimmy Neutron movie where there's just the kids left behind. Some of them are actually like taking the like advantage of the situation. You see kids running into like candy stores and comic stores and shit around the town. It's just full chaos right now as you guys are
That's
catching your
You know
bearings.
what? Let them loot. We have bigger problems.
But yeah, you guys
Hey,
got that message. You do have a set of coordinates that Void has sent you out right before.
We will head to those coordinates if everyone is in agreement. And Okami kind of like looks to Atlas and Eos and is like, "Is that what we want to do?"
yeah,
Yeah.
before we go, hey, Atlas, can you help me kind of grab some of these cars? I want to make a little fort, a little lean fort. That way we can put the olds under there so they don't get crushed by debris. Uh,
They get crushed by the cars.
well, that's why we got to do a good job so the cars don't fall on them. Uh, but I just don't want them to be exposed, right? We could do like a Stonehenge thing. I know that Stonehenge looks like the rocks might fall, but they don't actually fall. And I just want to make like you can move them, and I don't want to get tired.
You
I'll
want to
give
make
myself a
a
migraine.
pillow fort out of cars.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't want to like give myself a migraine quite yet. Like it's not really like I have a hard time with the finite, like little control.
Mm-hmm.
And but I could maybe make it a little lighter, some cars a little lighter for you. We make a little pillow fort out of cars, and then they're safe. And we can even seatbelt them. We can even seatbelt them. Maybe inside a car.
While y'all are doing that, I'm gonna do my thing. And like, while they are making their car pillow fort, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
igloo, Okami will be putting out just like a mass notice of like, hey, please don't panic. We understand things are bad. Uh, Try to stay in a safe place if at all possible. Gather your friends and stay put.
Yeah, you send that out across the city pretty easily. You tap in the communication. It's not the first time you've done this, Okami. You just tap in the
I'm sure I have
communication
a
systems and
backdoor
spread it.
into it.
Yeah, you spread it out across all of Chicago. But yeah.
Yeah, I think Atlas like thinks for a good couple of seconds, like trying to run through like, is this a good idea or not? And then is like, yeah, okay. And we'll go and start like moving cars.
Cool.
There
Roll
we go.
Unleash Your Powers for me,
I
Quinn.
couldn't think of a better plan in
Yeah.
the like literally like 3 seconds of time to like think of a better plan and like, you know what? This is a plan. So
Yeah. Roll 2d6 plus freak.
roll 2d6 plus freak. Um I rolled a 10, so it's going to be higher than that.
Perfect. Yeah.
Um,
Literally
yeah.
let Child's Play for you. Just one hand, pick up cars and start stacking them over.
They're gonna wake up so confused.
Yeah, you literally build like this. Just it looks like a pillow fort, but with cars. Like they're just in
Good.
the center of this. Like all, and you even like set them up to where like they all like spoon at each other in the middle of these cars.
Okay, before this is over, I put the Sharpie in my dad's own hand before we leave. It's very
No, you
important.
should put it into someone else's hand, so it looks like one of the other olds. Okami mimics your own words. Did it
Yeah.
before they? Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. I put it in Atlas's mentor's hands.
Perfect.
Yes.
And
Love
then
this.
okay, so where to first? To team headquarters or to
To the
see if our
coordinates.
As you put the marker in Atlas's mentor's hand, they do like the very like deep sleep thing where they like snuggle closer, and they're the spoon the other three because they're a massive muscle mommy compared to the other three, so they just wrap their arm around the other three heroes in the pile.
hell yeah.
Oh, I love it.
They're all gonna wake up very confused. Great,
It's good.
We're not going to explain anything.
but yeah,
That's they're gonna wake up wondering all about their team tension later. They're gonna be so confused what's happening in their team tension.
yeah, love it. But yeah, as you send the message out, you get them secured and stuff, and you look up the coordinates that were sent to you from Void. You see that it's coming from like downtown in the loop, so you're gonna have to like head downtown. Either, I mean, you could drive. There's no cars related traffic. You can try to drive through everything, or you can try to take the CTA. I don't think it's running. One of you can run it yourself. You can figure that out, but it's
I
probably
just
it's like a
tell everyone
25-minute drive from where you're at.
to hold on to my chair
What?
as jet boosters come out and just
Hell yeah. I'm gonna say roll unleash your powers for this. This is technically your powers. How's your wheelchair do?
all right. So it is
You're adding freak to
your
it.
freak. Okay.
Actually, for you, since this isn't like a hero thing, I would say add your mundane.
Mundane. Oh, that's so much better, actually.
Mm-hmm.
um, 4, 7.
Okay. 7 does hit, but a partial success. So I'm not gonna make you rock a condition. Instead, I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you what happens in this situation. So
Perfect.
yeah, the two of you each grab a handle and brace yourself on the side of this. And as the jet boosters go, it's a lot faster than either one of you two think it's going to be. You're fully just gripping the handle, full body out behind this as you are jetting through. I'm going to need both of the two of you holding on to make me some defense rolls. So
Okay.
neither one of you have any conditions, so it's just a flat 2d6.
So depending on how this goes, I would should drop a dice. Caught it in my hand though. If since there's two handholds, I would like to submit perhaps Atlas is holding on to both of the handholds, and I want to make my gravity lighter, and I want to hang on to Atlas's shoulders
You're like hanging off of them.
like a kite. I'm gonna hang on to Atlas's shoulders like a kite. I'm like, you know, when kids are kicking it on the edge of a pool, you
Uh-huh.
know, and they have their little peats. That's gonna be me.
Perfect.
What do I roll?
Both of you are going to roll take a powerful blow, so just roll 2d6.
2d6. It's not super awesome.
8.
So you actually want to roll lower on this roll.
I rolled a 4.
So you are fine. You lighten your weight enough to where nothing impacts you, and you're able to like maneuver enough off the shoulders. With an 8, none of these really work. So I'm gonna say that what happens in this moment, as you guys are like going around and like you jerk a corner and you're trying to brace of your full strength, you are also being pulled by jet force through a neighborhood. And I'm gonna say as you make the last turn towards the loop, you hear a loud pop as your left shoulder just fully dislocates out of socket. And I'm gonna have you mark your condition. So just pick one of your conditions and choose which one to mark.
Wait, whose shoulder popped?
Atlas's. From holding on to these handlebars as they're going jet power through town.
The fucking booster chair pulled your arm out of its socket. That
Yep.
sucks.
I think the combination of the booster chair and you,
Yeah.
That's
like
fair.
the opposing force, like
Yeah.
it's going forward and back, and that's just not
100%.
But
great.
yeah.
And then to the side, yeah.
You don't take any damages, but as like this comes to a quick sudden stop, if your gravity lightens, you fly down the street like 20 feet from where you guys stop at, and just laying there on the cement.
What I lighten the gravity on my dump truck ass and enhance the gravity on my
Jesus
hand
Christ.
grips.
God damn. But yeah, you guys are here in the middle of everything. You guys are like right downtown. Skyscrapers around you. what usually would be a busy time, especially on a work day, but you just see lots of people on the sidewalks, similar to what you saw ahead. Not really any kids around this area of town because this is like the business district, but just a lot of people going to and from work that you just see fully passed out in the streets, and even like up in the CTA stations, some in the cars, shops near you, all that kind of stuff, just everywhere. And the coordinates actually lead you to a building right on the corner of one of the stops as you see it up ahead of you. It's just a tall, light skyscraper.
There.
Hey, Alice, are you okay? I heard your shoulder crunch when Okami hit the afterburners over there.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine. Just, maybe some warning next time before you like that thing goes fast. Like really fast. What do
Yeah,
you
I
fuel that
supercharged it
with?
the other day.
Like that's
I
cool.
it's better that you don't know what I fuel it with. Mhm.
Alice, I just feel like you really should try to limber up some more. You do too much strength training, and you got to work on your shoulder rotations, all right? Because, like, we're getting old, I guess, right?
Speak for yourself. I'm only 17.
Okay, okay, okay.
I don't want to
Uh,
get old. Mm.
listen, the the olds is in your heart, okay? The olds is always in your heart. The building ahead of us, does it have like a readily obvious like point of entry?
Yeah, it's one of those rotating doors.
Oh, okay. What do you guys think? Just through the front door? It's all probably a trap if we go in through the front door.
Can I pull up the building schematics?
Yeah, sure. Give me an assess the situation roll. So go ahead and roll superior.
Does the building have like a name or anything on it, or is it just like
Just
fully
has
generic?
just has a number on the front of like the
Okay.
address. It's just like a number 600 on the front of the building. I thought about making it Trump Tower, but I don't want to do that in the game right now. I was like, I could
Ew.
really just really fucked
I
up and
would
make this
blow that up
could just
so
make this game
fast.
very political. But let's not do
It's
that.
it's Rump Tower and it's about to be demolitioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
14?
Okay.
14 kicks ass.
Yeah. So you can ask any of these questions, or you can. I'm pretty lax with questions for these type of games. So questions provided, and you get to ask two are: what here is I can use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? Is there any potential danger? Who's vulnerable to you, or how could you end this quickly? But those are pretty situational questions. So you think of two
Yeah,
other
those are
questions
pretty good.
for specifics for the building you can
Um,
ask as well.
Schematics would be best way to get in the building without being noticed.
Okay.
And if she's really good or did a really, really good job, maybe if there are people in the building that aren't supposed to be there.
Okay.
Like, is there a way that she can identify a villain versus like regular ass people working there?
Okay. Ways in the building if I don't notice. You know, if you go to the front lobby, you will hit the cameras, obviously. There is a fire escape, like, ladder thing on the side of the building. You could scale up to some of the higher floors from there. It would take you a little
Mhm.
bit. It's going to be hard to get in the door without setting up the alarm, but you think it would be a better chance than avoid the cameras that way. As you scan the building itself, you don't really see anything to note. It's hard to get a feed. There is the thing you do notice is there's no camera feed coming from the top 3 floors.
Okay. I'm going to point out the fire escape to the two people who have working legs.
Mm-hmm.
Um and explain to them that there is no camera feed on the top floor, and that's probably where we as a collective need to go.
Okay. I would, if at all possible, I don't know how I could do this, but if there's no camera feed on the fire escape, and we have a fire escape, I first say choice. Feels like a teenager thing to say. Choice. I was
Damn,
searching
Jojo.
for one.
Showing how old you are.
Choice. And I want to use I want to grab Okami's wheelchair if at all, if they would let me.
Super
I'm gonna,
cool.
and then I want to start like running towards the side of the building, like now I am the booster and you are helpless, but I want to try and use my gravity manipulation, and I want to make it so that Okami's gravity is going like against the wall of the building, so that Okami's gravity is sideways and can wheel up the building.
Ooh, okay.
Hell yeah.
But I'm doing this fully as a trust exercise in the moment, so I'm because the powers work better if you commit to the bit. So we're just gonna run at the wall together,
Okay.
and I'm gonna work on the delicacy is for food. How do you say the nuance of gentler control.
Love that. Okay.
I want
Yeah.
but I as we get closer, I start to scream because I'm scared.
Okay. Roll unleash your powers, and you will add an extra 1 to this because this is definitely assisted, as both your teammates are just
Okay.
committed to this with you.
Okami's just screaming like, no, stop. That's a wall.
Think light thoughts, think light thoughts, think light thoughts.
Yeah, Eos fully just like grabs the back of your wheelchair, pushes Atlas onto your lap, and just starts running at the wall with the two of you.
I rolled a 9 + 1 for a 10.
Perfect. Yeah, you do exactly this. You guys are about to hit the wall, and like right as you close your eyes, you're sure there's impact. You're still moving, and you guys both open your eyes, and the three of you are just running up this wall. All of you in like this aura of like blue energy as you are scaling the wall, and you guys see different windows of like the different offices you can see through, and you see people pass out their desks like in the hallways and stuff. And when you get to those top 3 floors, all the lights are blacked out. You can't see anything.
Are we running up to the roof, or are we getting up to a higher floor balcony? When do we stop?
Balcony.
Balcony. I right turn like the meme of that one car going rapidly off the highway, and get us up onto the 3rd floor safety escape balcony.
Okay. Ooh, something just happened on my Twitch. I don't remember what my update's doing here. Oh, thanks for the follow, bestie. Wow, you didn't follow me already, Savannah? Wow, actually. Wild.
Wow, that's actually
Wild.
kind of rude.
We love you.
We love you, but
We love
damn.
you.
But yeah, you guys make it up. You just want to jump in like a balcony. Are you going on the one of the 3 floors, or like one below them where you can actually see?
I was running us up to the 3rd floor, not the top floor, but the 3rd floor.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then you go to that first. You land on the balcony of the first blacked out level that you can see, and you can get on the balcony and see into there. There's nowhere you can't really make anything out, but the door is there to try to go inside and see what's going on.
Okami kind of like shoves Atlas forward. You're like, you go first.
Yeah, Alice is kind of like looking at the door, just like, just open. Okay. I will just like try the handle and see if it's locked.
Yeah, it's locked. I mean, you're in a secure business building. They're kind of a bit openable from the outside.
Didn't think so, but yours gotta try.
Yeah, you actually, as you do, like pull the door and you see it doesn't open, you look to the side. There is like a card swipe thing.
There we go. Okay. I will look back at the other 2 and go, okay, door's locked, obviously. Do we want to go through the door or through the window? I could probably break either. Window's gonna make more noise unless I pull the door off its hinges, which could happen.
Door.
I think you are the key. You make the doorway.
The key.
Okay. I I think I'm gonna try, similar almost to how Eos has some trouble sometimes. I would like to just try and like pull the door open without fully removing the entire door from its
Yeah, just like
hinges.
kind of pull it with just enough force to
Um,
just pop it open, kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
give me unleash your powers.
we'll see
Yeah, give me that unleash your powers
if
roll.
that actually happens. Let's see.
Yeah, don't. There's nothing bad's
Probably
gonna happen if you roll 6. I promise.
nothing bad. Well, told about the lowest thing I could possibly roll.
You rolled a 2
Um,
plus your freed. Is that what I'm saying?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So 3.
Oh, I should remind you guys, if you're rolling 6 or lower, you do mark experience. Since this is a one shot, if you get 3 experience, you get an advancement instead of 5, because at least you have a chance to potentially get something in this. But yeah,
the potential.
yeah, you marked that. Usually, if it's 5, you did an advancement. For this, we're gonna do 3, and then you'll reset it. But yeah, you grab the door, and it opens. But as you grab the door, it flies back and kind of frisbees through like 2 or 3 other buildings behind you.
I like it. You
It's
You
open.
definitely know you guys made a shit ton of fucking noise just now.
Of course we did.
But yeah, as you
We'll
guys
work on that later.
like open
It's
the door
open.
though itself, there is actually like you can kind of see there's like dim light in it, and you see more people passed out, and like these weird like emergency lights in the hallways kind of flickering on and off.
Very horror movie.
Okay.
I mean,
How does it smell in here? I don't have super sense of any kind, but I want to know how
Smell
it's
like death?
smelling in here.
It
How
smells
does-
like the cheap Lysol cleaners that they use in businesses.
love
It-
that.
I go. Ugh, it smells like broken dreams in here. I don't want to be in here very long,
God.
guys.
Damn it, that's
Yeah, it
too
smells like
real.
corporate.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of work tomorrow.
There are people just kind of passed out around.
Yeah, there's some people at their desks just passed out, and there's
Okay.
some in the hallway, like by the elevators and stuff too.
That's a mystery for another time.
I want to check the people to see like if they were holding their phone, if there seems to, or just people were just slumping over, or is there like I just want to give them the once over. If there's like any kind of marks,
Yeah,
or people had their
roll
phones
roll
out.
me assess the situation.
2d6.
You have 2d6 plus your superior score.
That is a 9.
Okay, you can ask any one question about this area that you want to ask.
I want to see if the people have been affected by gadgets or something physical, or there just appears to be no signs.
Yeah, you go around from person to person. They are in the same exact state as you saw your mentors and Slugger in. Don't seem to respond to any outside stimuli, just fully in like a deep sleep, normal vitals. So you're sure it's probably something similar to what happened, but you can't tell just by the bodies themselves what triggered it. Could be anything from like a biological effect. It could be something like a sound wave. It could literally be anything with the way the city is.
Okay, well, I wouldn't count on these guys being any help, as I am playing with someone's arms to see if they would wake up. Like I'm just like, the
Just
spaghetti
full,
men.
yeah, it's just like full dead weight. They're just like flopping around.
I'm battle roping someone's arms, trying to see if they'll wake up, and then I just drop their arms. I'm like,
you guys hear like a slight pop as he does it a little too hard.
Do we need to go over this, Eos?
I was just checking for vitals, but the people that do vital checks aren't really. It's fine. They're fine. They're gonna walk it off. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna save the day. And everyone's gonna wake up.
Walking it off what you told me, and like wheels past you
Yeah.
to find a path.
God
Yeah.
damn it, missed
Nope.
it. Take a potential for that. Jesus Christ.
No.
She's
Fair play.
Well-
Fair play.
little stabby.
Sometimes you do just gotta feel the aster, and one of those moments. It's one of those moments. I'm going to double Scooby-Doo is probably more accurate. I want to Scooby-Doo peek into the hallway out of what I visualize as like a boardroom. I want to Scooby-Doo peek into the main corpo hallway.
Love the reference. I totally didn't just watch the Scooby-Doo movie on Netflix last night for some reason.
I fucking
Yeah, you fully peek around into like the next like conference type area. As you guys kind of like peek around in that middle area, you do see something on the table. In these two like glass cylinder chambers, kind of like locked in, and you see kind of slightly glowing this weird energy, are both Voidkeeper and Midday.
Are they dead?
No? It seems to be like whatever they're in is pulling energy from them.
You guys want me to break that?
We should break that. Wait,
We
no,
should break
wait,
that.
hold on. Technology is weird. I'm going to investigate it first
Yeah.
Okay.
before breaking it, but I do like the breaking idea.
Yeah, honestly, you rolled so high in your last situation. I think as you approach it, whatever they're in, you're gonna need the code to get it. If you would break it, it might make the energy rupture immediately or be released in such a way, and especially the family that they're each from, Midday and Voidkeeper's families are rivals, and that's also partly because their powers have a weird reaction to each other. So if those energies get released simultaneously, it also might cause an implosion in this building.
Okay.
No, let's not. Let's not break this. That might actually cause everything to be really bad instead of already bad.
Oh, don't worry about that. You guys don't need to worry about them much longer, and I need all of you to roll take a powerful blow.
Whoa, 2d6
2d6 plus nothing because none of your conditions except for Quinn, who will add 1 to this. Because you want to roll low on this. 9, okay.
Oh.
Perfect.
Yeah, also
Oh.
9, yeah.
9.
I rolled a twofer.
Okay, yeah. As you hear that, Eos, you're able to immediately dive out of the way. The other two of you rolled a 9, so you to choose. You are either going to lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to forward the action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. You are going to you gain ground. You give ground to your enemy, and they get an opportunity. Or you're going to struggle past this pain, but you're going to mark 2 conditions.
Whoa.
So as the two of you just feel yourself pretty much bitch slapped across and go through multiple walls in this conference room, back into like near the balcony where you landed, just wheelchair off to the side, scattered, the two of you just on the ground. What would you two of you like to choose out of those 3 options?
I'm gonna go with verbal assault.
Okay. So you have to lash out verbally. Okay.
Yeah. The fuck do you think you're doing? I am, and points to their legs that are totally exposed, that are actually like really cool mechanical Hetsun Fox style legs.
They're definitely sparking after that hit. You took some damage. You guys will both mark a condition for this too. And then what are you doing? What are you taking, Quinn?
What was the second option?
You give ground to your opposition.
They don't like that. They don't like that option. Long pause.
Yeah.
Pause. It was like that feels antithetical to this character.
No,
Thank you.
That feels bad. No. Then probably the first one as well, the same.
Okay.
Because if I take another condition, I'll have basically all of them. So let's not do that.
Yeah, lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to hold action, and take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. So you get to lash out in this moment at someone.
Is that's lashing out at each other?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lash out at me for not protecting you because I sucked, because I only threw up a defense. I defended myself with the shield.
Yeah, I think. Wait, can I just to get like the picture? Or so we are like in different rooms from
You
each other
can
now.
see
Like we've
like
been
just three holes through
through
walls,
a
and
hole. Okay.
you see
Okay.
Eos like dodge to the side, kind of kneeling,
Mhm.
and you just see this cloaked figure. It literally just looks like a cloak of shadows. It's just like hovering in there, about like 6 foot tall.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Um. Then yeah, I think like from the ground, 3 rooms over. I like the idea that I think like me and Okami went like completely like opposite directions from each other, just shoo off to the side. So we're all now very far apart and scattered from each other, which is fun.
Uh-huh.
But you just like hear Atlas yelling like first like ow like upon like hitting the wall. Um and then yelling back, you couldn't have thrown up a bigger shield.
First it's too big, then it's not big enough, and I want to raise my gauntleted hand, my that I have studded bolts on my forearm.
Okay.
Um, do I have visual on assailant?
Yeah, it's literally right in front of you. Just looks like a mass of shadows and a cloak.
I want to use my gravity powers, but I want to launch the studs from my gauntlet
Mm-hmm.
to propel them forward like buckshot. So I'm launching the studs out of
Okay.
my right
I'm gonna
gauntlet.
say this is an attack. So go ahead and roll directly engage a threat. So roll plus danger.
Plus danger.
Also,
I
roll me a superior roll after that, to just to see if you can glean
Okay.
anything from this person.
I have +2 to danger. I am the danger, Shadow Man. That is a total of 9.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, you have to pick one of these options: resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I want I want to take something from them.
Okay.
And I would uh further support this by saying I have a burn power. I
Okay.
can spend 1 burn to use your powers to seize up to one object up to the size of a person from someone within view.
Yeah, works
So if it
perfectly.
works right, I want to launch my studded buckshot, and if it connects against the cloak or the hood
Mm-hmm.
or the shawl, and when it hits, then I want to reverse pull the gravity to see if I can pull the cloak off our mysterious shadow friend.
Yeah, you do this, and you hear the impact as like it impacts through the shadows and hits what's underneath it, and the cloak rips off, and you just see this very humanoid figure with just fully made of shadow with like wisps drifting off of them. And as the cloak is off, you start to see the shadows kind of flicker, and you just see like brief images of like fair skin and like red eyes under the shadow that kind of drifts. And as it kind of like pulls back a little bit more, it pulls down to like the bust line just enough to give them incredible cleavage. Just this beautiful, like very albino looking woman with long, dark red hair, red eyes, and red lips, who opens her mouth just staring at you and with these large fangs.
I scr-
This is Night Terror.
I
I I scream that my powers don't work against sexy ghosts. And I start calling for
Yeah,
help.
this is Night Terror, an S level villain who
Okay.
is one of the major villains in California. Like they are think like what would be a good villain comparison? Think like
I'm
Sinestro level bad from
yeah, I'm
DC, like super fucking strong shadow projection and sleep manipulation.
I it's I raise my left hand for left buckshot, and I scream, "It's a sexy ghost!" And I throw left hand buckshot.
Yeah, you hit her with the first one, and as you do that, you pull the cloak off. She dodges the second one and grabs your hand and pulls you in and just bites you across the shoulder and throws you into the room. You will mark a
Oh,
condition because you didn't avoid the blow, so you did
okay,
take damage back from it, but you did hit them.
okay,
But you
okay.
see Eos roll into the room with you guys, just giant wound from their shoulder from a bite.
As he's rolling up, he goes, "I think she likes me. I think she likes me.
I think you should go for it, buddy.
Why is it always
I
like this? Why is it always?"
I also cannot fight
Mm-hmm.
sexy ghost ladies.
Speaking of sexy ghost
Um,
lady, as you guys see a burst of shadow as she appears in the middle of the three of you in the room.
I
Well,
I
this
am
is what we
helplessly.
have left here. 3 children to take care of. And you can join, well, the 2 of you are worthless to me, but you, young man, she points to Eos, your powers would be very useful with your friends in there.
Oh no, I need an adult, and it's and I need an adult, and I'm going to I want to burn for I guess um overcharge. I want to
Hmm.
try an overcharge. You channel the full capacity of your incredible powers to overcome an obstacle or reshape your environment
Okay.
or extend your senses. But I want to use gravity uh I want this to go into like a video game transition where like you ever see played like a game level where the setting kind of discombobulates and hold so like I want the room to break apart. I want this
Okay.
space, instead of it being an easily walkable, movable space, I want pieces of the floor to segment apart from
Got
each
you.
other, the
Yep, I
walls to
got exactly
separate
what you're
out.
saying.
I'm pushing the walls splinter and I push the whole area out away from
Yep.
us.
I've played enough Destiny to know how that looks. It's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
I
does this have a role associated with it or is it just unleash your powers still?
it is overcharge. It's when you charge your powers and then roll plus conditions on a hit, hold 3 burn on a 7 to 9 mark a condition on a miss hold 2 burn. I can spend burn on my
Okay, so you
flares.
roll the
These This is a
burn and
flare.
then you get to do that. Okay, go ahead and roll your
Yeah.
burn then, see what your burn's at and what
So
happens.
it's okay. So I roll my burn.
And you add your conditions to that. Whatever mean you got
Okay.
right now.
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
I don't know what that is in reference to a hit
That's definitely a
or
failure.
okay. It is on a hit, hold 3, on a 7 to 9, mark a condition, on a miss, hold 2 burn, and mark 3 conditions.
Yeah, so mark 3 conditions as your body's gonna like not take well to this at all.
Okay.
But yeah, you do this effect, you mark 3 conditions. How many conditions are you at now, Jojo?
Do I get a condition every time I fail a roll?
No, it's just when you take damage, pretty much. It's pretty much the equivalent of hit points,
Then
or something happens.
I think it's just that time.
Okay.
Um if because I negated the shoulder bite, I think.
No, you did take 1 from the bite, so I think it would
I
put you at
did
4 then.
then it would put me at 4.
Okay.
So the only thing that I don't have is anger.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you do this. This room like breaks apart into pieces. Like literally the whole top 3 floors of this skyscraper kind of just scatter out from each other. You see the people kind of like your powers pulled the people to the building over from those 3
Mhm.
floors, and they're laying on top of the roof over there. But yeah, you guys are separated probably hoppable areas, but definitely like 15, 20 feet apart from each of these areas. But you look back to Eos. Eos's body is literally like there's just energy like pulling out of his body, like streams of blue energy, and you even see like parts of your body sag under gravity temporarily, and then lighten, and then like your whole body's gravity force is just like all over the place right now. So it's like
To-
fighting itself.
totally unstable.
Yep, 100%.
Okay.
As you do this, that gave me a fun idea. Because you like broke the room into pieces.
hmm
Can I like grab a part of the wall and like frisbee throw it at her?
Hell yeah. I would say this is just engage a threat, so go ahead and roll plus danger.
Cool. Um, and if it's for directly engage a threat, I also want to activate one of my powers, which my playbook is the bull, and one of my moves is in a china shop. When you
Love
engage a
this.
threat, you can cause significant collateral damage to your environment to choose an additional option, even if you miss.
Okay.
Um,
Perfect.
and
We are going to pop to a quick break because Misfit just dropped, but we will get to that roll right back. So we'll be back in like a few minutes while we get Misfit back in here, guys. So
Hell
quick
yeah.
tech break.
yeah.
Quinn, I'm glad we got to be besties.
Literally, you guys picked rivals, and you're the last two in this
I
now.
know.
Like rival besties.
We are the anime protagonist duo.
But yeah,
Yeah.
as this happens and everything kind of gets really fucked with the gravity, and you look back and see all the civilians off to the side, you also see Okami
Mm-hmm.
kind of skipped across some of the platforms and not unconscious over in the group of bodies as well.
Man, I can't believe you knocked them out again.
It's an accident. It's an accident. I swear
It was
it's
an
an
accident last time too.
You could have an accident more than once, okay? This is hard to control. It's difficult, and she's got her tits out. Look at her.
I think as you're saying that, that's when I will say that Atlas had like grabbed the piece of the like a big piece of the wall that had like chunked off. To grab, and as you say that and goes to like swing it like a frisbee, and it's just like, look, I'm gay, the tits being out doesn't really do anything to me, and will just like try and slam the wall into her. And I got an 8 on that because I rolled while we were on break.
Yeah,
There we go.
so you definitely hit, and on this you can. Remind me, what does your China and American bull shop thing do again?
I get an additional option, but I also cause significant collateral damage. I think
Perfect.
significant collateral damage has already been
Yeah,
caused.
so you get to choose
But
two
I'll
of
do
these
more.
options: resist or avoid blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your ally. There's no allies anymore, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I think probably I don't really feel like I need to take anything else. I think I want to kind of just make her go away, so probably like in press surprise. I think some combination of like impress and frighten the enemy. She had commented earlier about like not really like only really needing Eos as like only needing his powers, and a little bit like a little bit offended that the supervillain doesn't also want to like drain my powers too. So hopefully a little bit of like impress slash frighten.
Okay.
And then also avoid taking damage because I don't have that many conditions left to take.
You say that, and like it does surprise her as she like looks over at you, as you just like say something so brazen to her, and she like looks and sees you, the ally thrown across, and she's like, interesting, let's back, just smacked dead in the face with this piece of wall and goes flying back. But also like the floor below you also caves in, and you guys both drop to the next level as like this skyscraper is starting to like collapse.
The skyscraper's collapsing.
Not like fully right away, but you can tell like you just drop the floor, and you can already see like the next floor something about like you are on a time limit now, especially because there's people in this building.
Yeah. I think I will look at Eos and go, as much as I'd like to win and finish this fight, we might need to get out of here quickly. And get the civilians out of here quickly too.
But if we let them get away, everyone could stay asleep.
That's true. Darn it, Okami's the one who would know how to wake everyone up.
Oh god, you guys
because
left your strategist.
Yeah. We lost smart one.
What would Okami do right now?
I don't know, look something up, and like there's answers on the internet, and probably not break anything.
This is me just imagining the Teen Titans and only fucking Starfire and Beast Boy are left up.
Okay. Maybe here's the thing. Her powers work putting people to sleep. Maybe we just put her to sleep. Maybe there's a loose cable in all the debris, and we can just tase her. We can just tase her with an open piece of electrical wiring, and she'll go to sleep.
You know what? That's a good plan. Maybe it'll work. Who knows? Take a powerful blow, Quinn. As this shadowy figure just appears in between the two of you, and you feel her like approach and then take a bite.
I want to call up my shielding perk.
Okay, what does that do?
So it's part of my burn mechanics. I can call up a fast protective shield to stop a danger, spending 1 burn to defend someone else from an immediate threat, rolling plus freak instead of savior.
Okay, so you'll
Uh,
roll defend with freak. Okay, sounds good.
So 2d6 plus freak.
Yep.
Plus 2 on freak. That is a total of 7.
Okay, on a 7 to 9, it costs you expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation, but it does happen. So we're gonna say you do that and you jump in front of Atlas and throw this shield up right in time before you feel the Fanes sink in. As they sink into your shield, you actually see her stop, chuckle, impressive, and just reach through the shield, shattering it, and grab you by the throat and lift you up. And you see
Fuck.
her move to the side of the building and hold him above, like to drop him off the skyscraper. I
Roll
can, if you
gravity,
guys
you'll be
want to
fine.
keep doing this, we can have fun.
How injured does because he has gravity
Eos
powers.
looks
He
fucked.
can feel,
Eos
but
looks
if he
fucked.
looks really bad, yeah.
I do.
To be fair, though, as you look at her, she also looks fucked. Like, more of her outfit underneath is showing. Like, you actually see, like, the spandex bodysuit under the shadow now, and, like, her shadows are down her waist. She's, like, weakening really hard, and she looks battered.
Okay.
As I'm struggling to breathe and I'm pawing at the wrist, I say, I heard you older ladies couldn't find somebody your age, so you're starting to look for the younger guys, but you really could have just asked for my number. And I'll give her a wink that is like
You
to
know what?
pull attention, but
Go ahead and roll provoke someone for me.
I'm pulling attention away from Atlas.
You add your superior score to this.
Oh, +0. I have identity issues.
Wow, wild. A character you're playing, Jojo? No way.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, that's a miss. So you say that, and you don't even see her turn from you, Atlas. You just hear as Eos says that, his voice cuts off as you see her tighten her grip. I don't know how you put up with your friend here, but don't worry. I'm not going to kill him. I need his power. But you can sit down and just make this easy.
What do you need his power for?
Well, we have multiple power sets in this thing, and getting to your mentors would have been a little harder, so the most 3 powerful side hits in the town seem like the best idea. I got your 2 friends in there taken care of. Once I have this person, I'll put the whole states asleep. And that's when the real fun starts. As I think, roll me and assess the situation, Quinn, as this is happening. You're trying to figure out what the fuck you can do in this situation.
I think Atlas is like thinking, like trying to remember like why Okami had said not to break the things that people were being stored in earlier. Because Atlas is kind of wondering, like, okay, wait, could I? Like, Okami said that was gonna blow stuff up, but we've already blown stuff up. So what if I blew more stuff up? Like, would that help? Probably not. What's the bonus for assess the situation?
Superior.
Okay. 9.
9? Okay. Yeah, you get to ask one. So I think the one thing you see in the situation, as she's saying this, and like you studied on villains, like you've actually done some stuff. I mean, mostly because Midday and Okami's dragged you to study with them a little bit, but Night Terror's powers are not this. Like, there's no way they should have been able to affect the whole city like this. Like, this is actually kind of insane. A lot of like stronger heroes, even like power sets like Eos and others, it's very hard to disrupt to put people to sleep like that. Then as you like look closer and you see like the weird red glow of her eyes and everything, and you see at the base of her neck, actually just under her jumpsuit, you see like something like stuck in the side of her neck that is glowing a weird energy, and it is glowing in the colors of both Midday and Void's power sets.
Okay. I think that my instinct is still to just like charge at her and try and like knock her off the building. But I think that, my character's been working on maintaining some of their more reckless impulses. So I think what he's going to do is I'm going to try to do the provoke someone. Kind of trying to do similar to what Eos just tried to do, but I'm going to try and get her attention onto me instead. Um, well, uh, I'm trying to say, like, so, okay, so you put people to sleep. What's with the whole, like, you seem to have a whole, like, neck thing going on? Like, what's with all the biting? Are you trying to, like, draw power from people with, like, the neck thing? I'm trying to signal to Eos,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm
To look
pointing
at
at
the
my
neck.
own neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm pointing at my own neck at the spot where, like, she has the thing to try and get you to look.
Mhm.
But then also being like, that doesn't really seem like that matches, like, with the whole vibe. Like, what are you, like you know, like some kind of vampire knockoff? What are you trying to do here? To try and just get her engaged with me whilst like constantly being like neck and like making eye like trying to like make eye contact with Eos so that he can hopefully figure out to do something before getting dropped off the side of the building.
Perfect.
And when I roll to provoke someone, I can roll
Yep.
danger.
I took the same move on my bull playbook. I love that. Go ahead. Yep. I know it's
Just
not
because
what you
the name
chose.
of the move is you've got a head you don't need,
Mm-hmm.
which feels appropriate here as I'm like trying very hard to make the smart decision of like, no, don't just go after her. Like, have a friend help you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even need the plus from the danger though, because I rolled, well, I do. I rolled a 9 and my plus is +3. So that will bump me 1 level into the
Yeah.
next highest.
They're gonna
Yeah.
rise to the bait and like
Mhm.
they look panicked that you like mentioned that, like them needing to drain powers, and Eos, you feel the grip on your neck lessen and you gasp and you actually look down and you see that attachment in her neck glow in that power as she is distracted, now fully focused on Atlas.
Sick. I want to try and reach out for it, and I want to use my last flare,
Uh-huh.
which is Reality Storm. You channel a destructive burst with your powers. I can spend 1 burn to directly engage a threat using my powers, rolling plus freak instead of danger. And if I do, I will cause unwanted collateral damage unless I spend another burn.
Okay. We're just roll me, unleash your powers, and we're gonna see what happens here.
So roll 2d6 and then
Add
apply
your
what?
add your freak score.
Okay. Come on, baby. Oh shit, that's pretty good. That's a 5 plus 5 plus 2 on the freak. That's a
Yeah.
12.
So this happens as this collateral damage also happens, and you shatter this thing in their throat. But as the collateral damage happens, you do take some damage, and I think this knocks Eos out. As Eos flies into the group of bodies across another building with Okami and the civilians, Atlas, you see this building starting to collapse, but they're weak. Their shadows are barely holding on, and they're coming straight at you. What would you like to do?
Before I am tossed ragdoll aside, I bite them back.
You bite the thing out of their neck, and that's how you trigger it.
I bite them back when the reality storm and then poof.
I think what happens then is you just go, you can't really reach it because you're insane, and you go and bite the thing, and then your power reacts to your friend's powers, and there's just an explosion of energy, which sends the two of you flying, you unconscious with your 5th condition and out of the scene, landing next to Okami. But this person looking very weak, flying directly at you, Atlas. What would you like to do?
I think, is she like flying at me like she got like blown?
Yeah, she
back
got
by
it. The
blast,
explosion
or, like,
is set. No,
okay,
she's
okay.
sent flying after you because
Wombo
of the explosion.
Wombo combo. Hit them with the wombo combo.
But yeah, I definitely want to try and hit her, and I don't really know that I want to use my in a China shop
Yeah, I'll
again
just
because I
say
think
do
that I
engage
will.
a threat and add
Yeah,
1 to
just
this because it's a combo off of what just happened with the
yeah,
Eos's explosion. So add
yeah.
your danger +1.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I would love to not that I think this building's going to survive much longer, but I would love to not hasten that destruction too much faster. Um, okay, with the +1, that is exactly a 10.
Yeah, so
Woo!
you
Woo!
seeing this
Woo!
about to happen to the building, and you know, and any like blows to the building itself might just make the rest of this collapse. You brace yourself and jump in the air, meet them, and spear them from the top of the skyscraper into the street below. You literally spear them 800 floors down into the street, and there's just a huge impact as they're fully unconscious, knocked out, bleeding as you're just standing in a crater, superhero landing over their body. And at this, you see people start to wake up around you and the thing. And as you see them start to wake up, your friends up there in the buildings, like, and you see this building start to come down. Hyperion shows up, Eos's dad, and immediately sun gravitational
With
based
all of the
powers hold it up, all the stuff over their face. 100% hasn't noticed it at all. And you see it in your mentor going in there and starting to like hold up the structure just with her own muscles, her muscle strain, and just holding the bottom floor up. And you see Slugger and Okami's mentor, Paper Crane, going around and starting to do damage control. Before Slugger comes over to you, okay, I don't know what happened. Atlas, you're the only one left. You want to explain? I got Okami. We saw Okami and Eos and Voidwalker, and midday they're being taken back to the base for recovery. Are you okay?
Yeah, totally fine. Everything is fine, and we didn't fully destroy the building, which is good. Um, and everyone's awake now, so I think we stopped it. You were all asleep. All the adults fell asleep.
I'll just see, like, let's say you like rambling. You're also kind of fucked up. Looking right
Yeah.
now,
Oh
you're
yeah.
really bruised
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stained. Let's get you back home. You did a good job. And he like puts an arm around you and he just starts to very much like Thor swing the baseball bat and you guys fly off. And that's the last thing we see as the day is saved. Everyone wakes up across Chicago and you guys a week later are just in the pit at a Kendrick Lamar concert. Front row seats as his VIP bodyguards for it.
5 feet, force pushing back the groupies. 5 feet.
It's perfect. But yeah, with that, thanks everyone for joining us. This will be going up on YouTube immediately after this, where the charity link will still be up. So charity link is still donatable. I think we're a few $100s away from the total team campaign goal of 3,000. So please donate to help us with that. There is also an auction going on as well where you're raising money. So I threw that link in the side chat as well. But yeah, as we go, we'll do our call outs where we can find these lovely people. So I will say go find Misfit on Misfit's Playland all over socials. We love her. Sad that she didn't finish this for us, but it's very on point for Eos to once again knock out Okami, so it kind of fit the story regardless. So, but with
Hell
that,
yeah.
Jojo, tell everyone who you are and where to find you.
Sure. Hi, friends. I'm Jojo. You can follow me on the internet at Jojo Culturalist on all the places. I help out with stuff. I do world building things. I'm on podcasts. I'm on charity streams. I'm just a little guy who used to cosplay and now I guess resolve teenage issues. I do play angsty teenage boys, I guess. I don't know. That's
Teenage boys,
me.
Shadius is also HD as fuck. I don't know what you
I know,
mean.
I know. I need to like I'm reflecting on the characters that I've been playing, and they're
Yeah.
all like they all have problems with authority and like all this shit. So like I gotta think about it. But that's me and what I do. This
Okay.
was fun. I like this was fun.
Yeah,
Thanks
this
for
is one
running
of
it.
my favorite systems. It's very much like I didn't need to prep. I don't ever prep for math when I run it. It's such an intuitive thing and it's fun to play. Plus,
Cute.
it's
I like it.
superheroes. I love superheroes. But yeah, Quinn, tell everyone where to find you and what you were going on.
Yeah, I am Quinn. I use any pronouns. You can find me on Blue Sky and Blue Sky only at Quinn Beckham 27. You can find me tonight in math. 4 hours
Mhm.
on Zealzaddy's Magnus Archives Miami, where we are
Ooh,
facing a fire cult and also ghosts.
hell
We
yeah.
play that every week. It has been a really great time. I also do a bunch of charity things and jump around here and there. Also, if you're here and you're watching this and you like superheroes, I was on the creative team for a game called Emergent that just kickstarted back in October, and the PDF will be available to purchase on the internet somewhere by March once we decide where we're going to sell it. And I will be running an actual play of that game system in March as well on Saturdays on Logomancy. So if you follow
Perfect.
me on social media, on Blue Sky, I will be posting announcements for all of the things that I do over there.
Perfect. Sounds good. And of course, I'm Paige, Pluto Cleric, everyone on the internet. I am the creator director here at Pluto's Underworld on Twitch and YouTube. I am a lesbian trans streamer and game master on a quest to run every game in the known universe, which just means I have a lot of systems that I need to run. So I just run them. You can find me tomorrow over on our Light Quartz channel playing our DC inspired Monster of the Week game where I play a tech badass named Recoil at 8 p.m. Central, as well as over on my channel Wednesday at 7:45 p.m. Central, where we will continue with our Regency meets Power Rangers game with Sentai and Sensibility with Rangers of the Ton. We had a week break, so we have a lot to jump right back into with great players, and it's so much fun to be like Bridgerton, but there's Power Rangers. So
I like it. I
yeah,
like it.
tune in for that, and thank you all for joining us. But have a good night, everyone.